As one of my best friends wrote in the questions for this week's episodes, spill it all. That came from Allie.
Oh, thanks, Allie.
She
Appreciate
said, please
that.
spill it all, which she knows everything. So that's funny. She wrote that. But my boyfriend is back for round 2. Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Thanks for coming on again.
Oh, you're welcome.
Technically, we're recording this at the same time, so there's not a lot of magic here, but 2 separate episodes. This time's a little bit different, though. So if you missed it, last week we talked all about our love story and Brayden. Yes, we shared his name. You have an identity.
He has a name.
You're real.
I'm a real boy.
We shared all of that last week's episode and talked about his story. We talked about how we met and just our kind of favorite moments in our relationship. And that one very important question that everybody's been asking, did he like my dog coming on vacation as much as I did?
Yes.
So all of that's over there if you missed it. But this one, we're going to answer a bunch of listener questions because this is a fun way to get to know each other via listeners. But I always start out with some shout outs. So we've got Eek, exciting. Can't wait to listen to this episode. So exciting. I got a lot of eeks. I'm so excited. Oh, great. Now a new favorite. And shout out to you guys. You guys were writing your names and stuff, but honestly, I was typing so fast because there were so many I forgot. But that one was from Michelle in Apple Valley. Yay. I'm so happy for you. No question. Just yay. I just want to know everything. Just want to say happy for you, Morgan. You deserve it. So happy for you. There's a lot of love in here. Y'all are perfect. Just be the best version of yourselves, which I think we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel that way?
Yeah.
You better not hurt her in any way. She is amazing.
I've gotten a lot of those.
Are you going to hurt me?
I know my place.
Are you going to hurt me?
Absolutely not. Jeez.
I absolutely love seeing you two in love and so happy. So happy for both of you. Just a million thanks for making our girl so happy. Thanks for making our girl smile. Just a shout for his confidence, even with all the haters. Nice. Please thank him for treasuring you and being good to and for you.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Aren't those all so sweet?
Yeah. I love reading that nice comments. And obviously I've known you for this long, but a lot of the listeners have known you for far longer. And so the appreciation they have of your happiness and your smile and just knowing what you've gone through, and they get to see this different side of you. Like, cause I only know the side I know. Right. So it's really cool to see the other side and people love you for it, which is really cool.
Well, now they're starting to love you. Does that feel weird?
No, not me.
Yeah, you. Okay, you ready for some questions?
Oh, yeah.
How is it navigating the public eye and maintaining your relationship? Take it away, Mr. B.
Nothing has really changed, where I think at first I was really afraid to like comment on your social media because I know that we're trying to keep it separate. So I was trying to be Batman.
Secrets.
I was trying to be Batman living in the shadows. But so I was just trying to be respectful of you because I know you have to navigate stuff differently. Like I wanted to shout from the rooftops that I love you, but like can't really do that with who you are on social media, right off the bat. Didn't want to embarrass you.
Oh,
and
okay, Dad.
And so I don't know, like it's as far as public eye, you're in the public eye. I just get to celebrate you, so it's easy for me. I get to be the one clapping.
Yeah. But what about when our relationship gets made fun of or things happen on the Bobby Bones show or there's like negative comments? How do you feel about all of that?
The real relationship is between you and I when we're watching a movie or going on a date or going on a walk with Remy. So like people want to make fun of the happiness that we have, then that's fine. Like people are bored, right? Like they're going to sit behind keyboards and say stuff, and that's fine. That's probably something a skill I'm going to have to learn to let it just kind of roll off. But I've been preparing myself for it. So it's just, I guess it's just going to be part of who we are and part of our relationship. And let's make it fun and exciting instead of being worried about it. You know, and it's going to be okay.
I agree with you. A big part for me, especially early on when we were dating, is I would always ask him, I'm like, are you okay with this? If I share this in my show prep, are you okay if I talk about this? Or how do you feel about these posts? And every single time it was just like, you just do you. I'm good. Like, I'm fine. Whatever you want to do. You were so confident from the very beginning. And I think you have a lot of confidence in yourself in general, which is why a lot of that is okay and doesn't seem to bother you. But there's also a protective layer for me, which is, you know, I'll get into a little bit later of like why I didn't share his identity for a while. Is just I very much mama bear the people that are in my life. And it's not that I didn't want to share you right away and share in the excitement of everything that was happening, because it was so exciting and just so like, holy crap, what is this real? But it was a protectiveness also. Like, I already started to deeply care about you, and I went into the protective mode of, okay, I have to protect this person from this place and space that he's not familiar with yet. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that was very much some of the beginning of our relationship.
Which, and I really appreciated that for sure, you know, but at the same time, I think my instant love for you outweighed what I could imagine people would call me names or, you know, whatever like that. I just didn't care, you know? And so you were protecting me, and I appreciate that, you know, but we have something real here, and I don't need validation from anyone else.
I'm a little schoolgirl. How do you feel about all the radio conversation happening about you both?
I don't know. I haven't met the guys. So it's like, and I understand there's going to be bits about me on the show, and that's totally fine. I think once they get to know me, that they're going to realize that I'm just a guy, and I deeply care about you. And, so no, that doesn't bother me. And I don't listen to the show every day. So usually it's whatever you tell me. So maybe there's bits that have been going on that I don't even know about, but,
no, you know about the hair gel,
right? You
know about the taking Remy on vacation, and also just in general getting criticized that you are, you work out. So, and you wear hair gel, which is a comparison to my ex-boyfriends for some reason. Yeah. But beyond maybe the working out and having muscles, there isn't much comparison in my eyes.
Okay. Well, I like that. I like that.
That's my hot take. Is what I keep trying to say. Nobody's listening to me.
But at the same time, they're allowed to have fun with it. So run with it if that's what the people want to hear.
Don't say that. We're not allowing them to run with it.
Don't run with that. Scratch that.
Speaking of muscles, what is your back routine?
The back picture. That's when everything really. Yeah. That was like the first.
That was a soft launch.
Yeah.
Just your
look
back.
At my breakfast.
That he made me, and also he has a sexy back.
Well, let's see. So back is always the third workout of the week. I isolate it by itself, so it's just back. I used
very
to
focused on those back muscles.
Yeah, used to do back and biceps together, but now only do back. Legs, chest, back are the first three of the week. Mm-hmm. And I don't really have a routine. I just do whatever I want to do.
Yeah, which lately has been going on walks with me, because as of right now I'm trying to calm my nervous system and the whole detox and cleanse I'm doing. And this sweet man has been getting up and going on walks with me before work, because I can't quite work out right now while I'm trying to get my body to chill the F out.
And it's good for me because your body needs balance, where I was weightlifting 6 days a week. Every week. And
we were together for the beginning portion of our relationship. We would go work out together.
But then like you introduced me to hot yoga, And yeah, we're going on more walks, and we're going to start playing more volleyball together here soon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Yes,
and
we are.
and so there's different ways to work out. I just when you're single and you have all the time in the world, going to the gym and working out and just kind of putting your headphones in and turning the world off is pretty nice. But I don't want to turn my world off anymore, which is just kind of a crazy thing. So
How many one-liners are you going to have that make me like giggle?
I wasn't meaning for that to be
I
a
know
one-liner.
you were. When do you consider adopting a pet together? Jessica asked this question.
Well, we have a very specific schedule with Remy and Hazel right now. So sweet Rem cannot be stressed. So introducing another animal into the family would not be good on her nervous system right now. Hazel is also, I don't think introducing any more stress to Hazel would help her kidneys anymore. And so I think adoption will come down the road, but we'll get there when we get there, you know, and it's not in the realm of possibilities soon.
Yeah.
But
hopefully not for like 30 years.
Exactly. I was thinking 45, but 30 is good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're on the same page. And we are at a kind of a halt. He fostered with me when I was taking care of the first foster when we had first met. Roscoe, he was over here a bunch helping me take care of him because he was a very special case. And it really needed two tackling, which I was ready to tackle by myself, but he came along and him and Roscoe loved each other. So that was kind of a cool moment.
Yeah.
Because we did get to feel what it was like. And, maybe we can foster again sometime, but right now, not so much.
Yeah. Yeah. And Roscoe was fun because he loved us, but he also had small things about him where he would turn on me pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And so it was learning how to handle situations like that and together and staying calm with a dog who could get angry at the drop of a hat.
Very reactive. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that was a really cool learning experience for us, kind of parenting a new dog in a new relationship. And you learn a lot about someone pretty quickly in that situation. So that was,
yeah.
was fun.
How do you handle
Roscoe.
Chaos and stress?
Yeah.
It was kind of like, here you go. And we did. We managed it really well. And Roscoe now has an awesome new mom and he's been doing really well. So
Oh boy, Roscoe.
I know you
miss
loved him.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe one day we'll start fostering again. It just kind of really depends how Remy and Hazel keep doing. Okay. What is your first core memory of Morgan?
I mean, the first core memory would be you turning around. Because I thought Holly was introducing me to someone behind your guys' group for some reason. Like I thought she was bringing me over, and you turned around, and like instantly I thought you were the most adorable thing I'd ever seen in my life. And you turned around and you kind of like looked at her and like shook your head, and then we met eyes, and it was just like that first moment. And there was something about you looking up at me that was just like made it even cuter. Cause I was so
small.
Yeah, just itty bitty. And so, yeah, there was that. And then, yeah, later that night when you devoured those mozzarella sticks, that was alarming. It's a core memory.
That's so rude. You loved when I ate those mozzarella sticks.
No, it was really fun. No, it was, you were pumped up about those mozz sticks. So.
Yeah, you learned very quickly that I also love cheese as much as I love dogs.
Yeah. Yeah. And specifically pimento cheese. I think I said the words pimento cheese 5 times total in the past 10 years. And then since I've met you, it was like 10 times a day, every day.
You want to tell the pimento cheese story where that like really happened? Do you remember this at the brewery?
Oh, when you ordered when we got the pretzels?
Not when we did. You don't remember this? So we were sitting there and we were having a drink and
oh yeah, the people sitting next to us. Got it.
yeah, they got pretzels with pimento cheese and I just looked over and I was like, oh, that has pimento cheese. And I think this was like our 4th date and you were just like, okay, pimento cheese.
Someone get this girl some pimento cheese.
And before I knew it, that all came out of my body. I think it was my internal thought coming out. And instead it was an external thought. And you learned this girl loves pimento cheese.
There you go. I love it.
You don't remember that moment? I think my first core memory was us really two-stepping, I think was the moment, which was it was so cute. It was that whole just kind of middle there where we were at the bar. We both admitted we didn't remember each other's first names from our introduction. And then it was like, let's two-step. I was like, oh, he can also dance. I like this. Nobody ever dances with me. And I just like, I felt very much like this feels like a movie and I'm just living my best life. Okay. And it kind of felt like a fairy tale and just that whole moment. But that was where it started for me. Because I really think up until then, I was still annoyed with my friends that I was like, we were supposed to have a girls' night. And you guys brought this man into the picture. I did not.
Now I got to babysit him all night.
Yeah. And then the dancing happened and the conversation like kept flowing. And that was really where I was like, oh, okay. He's more than just cute. Dang it. All right. First impression. I feel like, is that the same as first core memory for you? Okay. What about the first impression on the first date when we actually went on a date together?
So I'd say on the first date, you had like a very professional sense about you. And we had gone from like this fun, loving, first meeting and then our conversation, we did get deep in that first conversation on the phone, but you seemed very professional. And then the sushi came. You remember the sushi piece? And this sushi piece was like,
I was putting my best foot forward. Okay.
It was like that big. And you were like, there's no way I can fit this in my mouth. I just took out my phone. And I was like, please try. Please try. And
I have a little mouth.
I'm
just little.
You shoved that in your mouth and you laughed so hard. And it was like, you went from this professional and you were like, you were dressed very nice. And then you shoved this piece of sushi in your mouth. And it was like, from that point on, we were just like being goofy and taking pictures together. And we like learned that we both really enjoy taking videos and pictures and like documenting things. And especially as a guy, like I don't find that annoying. Like we'll take 4 billion photos to get the right angle. I think I turned that sushi plate around and took like 19 photos of it, trying to get the white lights in the background.
Yeah, you want to talk about best ever influencer boyfriend? This guy right here. I didn't even have to train him. But he came like that.
Ready made. And so, but that's an aspect of life that I love. Like I love documenting that. And so we learned that we both like doing that. And so it was really fun. And we just got to enjoy each other's company while being goofballs.
It was. And honestly, my first impression was like, dang, this guy listens to me. This is nice. You listened to me with the sunflowers. You listened to me that I was vegetarian. So you picked a restaurant and you ate vegetarian with me. I was just very impressed with you as a human being, honestly.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I was like, this is a good human.
Well, that's how my mom and dad made me and just came out this way.
Okay, yeah. Life didn't have any impact whatsoever. Okay.
Yeah.
What does it... I actually laughed out loud writing this question. What does it feel like to be dating a famous celebrity like Morgan? Which, mind you, I'm not. Okay? I'm not a famous celebrity.
It's so cute that you say that.
I'm not.
Like, but you are.
But, okay, public figure? Sure. I'm not a famous celebrity. Anyways, please answer the question. I literally wrote LMAO next to the question.
I wrote it down. Veronica had a very funny joke today. So like, I think it's fun because I know, and not that you're any different, like when you're doing famous people stuff versus just it's you and I. Like, you're the same person, but it's like, I feel like I get the behind the scenes and like I get all the real and the nitty gritty. And I just think I think it's really cool. And I've had friends from high school reach out and be like, oh my gosh, you're IRL guy. And so like moments like that are definitely cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's a cool aspect of it. But like at the base of it, like I fell in love with you. I didn't fall in love with this idea of you. And I think that's really special. And I was very intentional about that when we first started dating. Like, I was not going to start listening to the Bobby Bone Show. I didn't listen to your podcast. I didn't snoop on your Instagram. Like, I really made it intentional to just get to know you. And I thought that maybe would be different than what you had in the past. I wasn't sure, but I already had such strong feelings for you so early that it was like, I want to do everything I can to try to convince her to want to keep going on dates with me. And
you convinced me on the first date. What are you talking about?
But I mean,
you convinced me actually the first time we met, and then the phone call, and then the first date, and then it was like, okay, well, I guess I'm hanging out with this guy for what he thinks is the rest of our lives.
Long time. Let's go. Sign me up twice.
Yeah, you cutie. Mm-hmm. Okay, I feel weird now. What surprised you most about Morgan? I'm so happy for you all.
I would say the big surprise was right after we got to Lakeside Lounge. And
you could also entire relationship. You don't have to focus the first night if you don't want to.
Okay, well, I'll go first night and then whole relationship. First night at Lakeside Lounge, the moment that we both learned that we love to nerd out, where we talked about like Marvel and we talked about Harry Potter and we talked about Star Wars. Like, that was not something that I thought was going to be next in our conversation. And it's so funny because I had conversations with my little sister about what I wanted my next partner to look like. And that was one of the things that we had talked about. And I was like, I'm kind of nerdy in some ways. And I want my next partner to be nerdy in those ways too. And so but that shocked me just from, the couple hours I had gotten to know you. I just didn't think that you'd be so fired up about Jedis that quickly. So like that was very exciting.
You mean Grogu? You mean the
Grogu?
Sith? You mean you want to talk about Yoda? You mean you want to talk about Harry Potter? El Wingardium Leviosa. Yes, we are weird together. We're incredibly weird together, actually. Yeah, we nerded out together, and that was very fun.
But that's a really special part of our relationship. It ties into that vacation that we went on down to Florida. Like, we can just be two nerds and like talk about Harry Potter all day and not think twice. Mm-hmm.
And I don't have to hide any of it away. It's very nice. Yeah. You let me be a nerd. Mm-hmm. It was really funny too when you mentioned that. You were like, I'm pretty nerdy. I was like, yeah, I'm really nerdy. And you're like, okay, like what? You thought I was gonna be like, I don't even know what you expected me to say. No. But I was like, well, like I go to the movie premieres of Marvel, and I'm really big on Star Wars and also like Harry Potter. And I just kind of kept listing them down. I was like, I should probably stop talking.
But then there's room to grow because like, I love Lord of the Rings. You're not really crazy about that.
Yeah.
I wasn't really raised in a Star Wars house. Like, I'm fine with it. So it's like, we're going through Star Wars and then we'll eventually go through Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, sadly.
I thought we talked about this.
No, I am excited. I'm excited to see why you love it and finally give it a chance again after I didn't. So I am. I love that part of our relationship.
You're going to love The Hobbit. you're probably going to sleep through Lord of the Rings, and that's okay.
Okay. And you'll accept that.
Yeah.
What is he like as a person? Mr. B is kind. He's big-hearted. He's authentic. He's a very hard worker. He's dedicated to his people. He's very, very fiercely loyal. That would have been a really good quality on the first time we did the interview. I love that one. He's trustworthy, and I can always count on him. There's never a moment where I can't. And I'm, now getting to the point where anything good or bad that happens to me, or even every little thing, if I got to finally eat cheese, I think I would call him and tell him. It's like you have become my best friend, and I just love doing everything with you because you also have this adventurous side to you. You can chill with me on the couch and most of the time pass out, but most of the time also hang out with me when you're not passed out. Mm-hmm. And you're always up for trying new things, and you see the world very kindly and very bright. And yeah, I don't know. There's really not a lot of things that I don't like about you. I could tell you one thing he doesn't like about me, though, and it's that I like to try and poke his butt all the time.
Oh my God. It's like there's a target. Just a heat-seeking missile. And it's just at like the weirdest times. I'm like emptying the dishwasher, and it's like, whoa, stop that.
Or very early on in our relationship, I would stick my finger in his mouth when he yawned. He hated that.
You still do that. You just did that.
I've tried to be a little bit more sneaky about it. So now you're unsuspecting.
And now I yawn like this. So you can't get in there.
Yeah. So, I'm not all rainbows and sunshine, but he is. He doesn't do any of those things to me. You enjoy being a goofy menace. Like you do. Like you just like it. I do. You want to talk about my nighttime zoomies?
Oh gosh. And it's like
you have to tell them what happens.
I can feel them coming on. Oh my gosh. There will be nights where, we're getting settled in for the night, and all of a sudden it's like jump on top, standing over me, just like ready to go. And we full out wrestled the other night because you had so much energy. I was like, I got to get this out of her.
I'm like a dog. You have to get my energy out.
And then
it was like a WWE wrestling match in the living room.
And then I finally like got you in a lock, and you like pouted about it. You're like mad. And then 2 seconds later, you jump right back on me. Oh my gosh. And it's like blowing raspberries on my neck, and just full blown energy blast. Like 11:30 at night. She's like, oh, I have to get up so early tomorrow. Boom, zoomies. Let's go.
I don't know why. I've never had those before in my life. It's only with you.
Good.
I think I just really like hanging out with you, and I don't want the night to end. We'll go with that. Yeah.
Zoomies.
Okay. So I had to deflect of saying too many nice things.
There we go. Felt weird.
What are some things that you love about Morgan and favorite things about her besides her weird quirks?
Yeah, I think my favorite things about you is it's just how you do life, how you look at life. There's always, I think, before we were together, I spent a lot of time like either doing something or resting. And you are so good at filling all of your time with productive things. Plus resting a little bit to like watch movies and stuff like that. But like Saturdays, like our Saturdays are hot yoga, going to the farmer's market, like getting stuff done, going to the store, food prepping, like so you're so on it. And I I think that you fill your time with the stuff that brings you joy. And I love doing all those things. And that's been something different that I've learned in our relationship of not just laying around on a Saturday morning. You know, it's getting stuff done. You feel so good at 2:00 in the afternoon when you have all your stuff done. So that's something that I really love. We love different kinds of music, and that's something that's really fun. That we also love a lot of the same music, but you've introduced me to new artists that I didn't even know their name, and now I'm like putting their record on when we're cleaning, you know, and so it's so that's been really exciting. The nature of your work, we get to go to a lot of really fun events, and that's like all new and shiny and bright to me. And I know it's just another event that you're going to, but it's all new for me. And so that's really exciting. And then down to like the emotional level, something I love about our relationship is I've never been cared for like I'm cared for with you. Like, I know that you have my back. I know that I can count on you for anything. I know I can talk to you about anything. Like, I've never communicated the way that we communicate. And it just feels so good that we don't, because we've had a few tiffs and we communicate, and it's like we hold each other's hands and it's like, let's figure this out together, and then it's done. And it's like, that's a totally new concept for me, because I shut down, right? Like, I go inward. I'm not like a yeller, or if I get upset, it doesn't come out. It goes inward and I shut down. And with you don't let me shut down. And you are such a good communicator that you're teaching me how to communicate. And that's a skill of a high level relationship, and I love that.
Did you just call us a high level relationship?
We are a high level relationship.
Thank you for saying all those nice things.
I don't even remember the question. I just started going.
I know, you were yapping. I liked it though. Sorry. I love you being a yapper. You were talking about me. Like, it's like one of those memes where you just see when he talks about me and I'm just sitting there with my eyes, little hearts in them. That was me as you were just talking. Okay. And I think, he kind of just answered that in that it was Morgan's had bad luck with guys. What makes you different in a loving way, of course. I'm pretty sure you just answered that in a whole lot of ways. So it was, how did I know he was different from the rest? And just a lot of quality traits, but he doesn't give himself enough credit here, but he has the emotional intelligence down to an art. Like, he shows exactly how he's feeling. The support that he provides people, he makes you feel calm. He's genuinely like this calming presence. Like, there's never been a part of me that didn't want to be around you, because it's so peaceful, it's so calm. I want you around all the time because it feels safe, it feels secure, and it's consistent, it's loyal. Like, there is no chaos. There's no, and it's not, you think of something that's so calm and peaceful and it's like, oh, well, that's not fun. And I'm like, no. This relationship is so much fun. And it's so much fun because of also how peaceful and calm it is, because we can have fun, because we can enjoy each other without chaos. And we really get to enjoy each other's company. And honestly, a lot of that is just not stuff I've ever known. And he's dealt with a lot of my relationship baggage that comes out just in spurts, because I'll make comments and he'll say like, hey, look at me. That's not happening. Like, I hope I'll be like, well, please, don't leave me. And he's like, I'm not leaving. And he just like sits me down, and it's like he has to like walk, this young Morgan back who learned just so many bad things of people. And you in like the gentlest way I can say this, you handle me very well. You handle me like I'm bubble wrapped in a little package, and you gently untie the bow and you say, hey, it's safe to come out. Like, that's how you treat me when I'm scared and when I'm not sure how to respond to a situation, and when, you know, things that from my past come up and I don't feel secure in whatever's happening. You just know how to handle all of that really well. So I love how you say that I'm the one who has like all this emotional intelligence, because you do. But
well, that was a really nice compliment. You feeling safe is the number one thing that I could ask for, right? Like I want to take care of you. I want you to feel safe. I want you to be open with me. I want all of those things. And I feel like I've been pretty intentional of trying to create a safe place, because I know that your past relationships haven't been a safe place. And I'm going to be that for you.
You are that for me. Mm-hmm. Okay. How do you deal with different diets? Has he tried new foods because of you being a vegetarian? We did hit on this a little bit last episode, but you want to quickly touch on this?
Yeah. I mean, it's nice because I've done so many diets. I've done keto. I've done, a carb-free diet. I've done, kind of same, but I've done like only meat diets. I've been pescatarian. So I've I've played around with how to eat differently. And so now with you, and now we're getting into vegetarian, gluten-free, dairy-free. I'm definitely eating different things, but I'm learning from Kara.
Kara.
From okay. Kara, I'm learning from Kara how to create delicious meals and like truly cook, not just throw stuff together. When I was a vegetarian, it was like a bunch of veggies and saute them up, and that was lunch. But like this is a quarter of a teaspoon of nutmeg and this and that, and you got to roast that for 5 minutes, and that's a style of cooking that I haven't put that much care into those types of meals. And so it's really, it's fun, and we really enjoy cooking together. So that's another, we'll make a few meals at the beginning of the week and kind of eat those throughout the week. And it's fun, and I like it.
Mm-hmm. We're pretty good chefs together in the kitchen,
and we eat good too.
Yeah.
Like it's tasty stuff. We always rank them. Where does this rank?
Yeah. And the Marry Me chickpeas are a very top contender. The best one so far. Where are you from? I'm curious because you're a Steelers fan.
Yes. So, born in Maryland, moved to Colorado when I was really young, then moved to Florida, and then moved up here. But my mom is from Pittsburgh, and my entire mom's side of the family is black and gold Christmas trees, and babies are wrapped in terrible towels. And it was always a really fun part of getting together with family. And my grandma, until the day she passed, she had her little Steelers purse, and she had her black Nikes that had gold swooshes on them. And she'd wear Steelers earrings to church on Sunday. And it was just this Steelers football in Pittsburgh was just, if you lived in Pittsburgh, you loved the Steelers. And so they grew up with it. And my dad was, he worked in Washington, D.C., so he's always been a Washington fan. And when I was a kid, they kind of gave me the choice of, hey, do you want to be a Steelers fan or do you want to be a Washington fan? And I like the terrible towels, and I like the black and gold Christmas trees, and I like Jerome Bettis, and and I just attached to him. And so it's an ode to my mom's family, really.
Mm-hmm. And your grandma. You talk about your grandma a lot when you reference Steelers.
Yep. The terrible towel I have lots of terrible towels, but the yellow one I have is hers. And that was the one, that was one of the most special pieces that I got from her when she passed, was her terrible towel.
I didn't know that one was hers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's memes.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, also, do you have more than just your Watt jersey? My 14-year-old says if you're a real fan, you have to.
Yes. So I have my favorite jersey is my Shazier jersey, which you probably don't know. Ryan Shazier was a linebacker for the Steelers. Incredible. Looked like he was going to be a Hall of Fame linebacker. And he made a routine tackle one week and broke his back and he was paralyzed. And so purchasing one of his jerseys, half the profits go to helping kids who have gone through the same thing. So I got a Shazier jersey because of that. And also he can't get traded because he doesn't play anymore. So I knew that he wasn't going to go to a different team. I have a TJ Watt jersey. I have a Najee Harris jersey. So sorry to hear about his ACL. Oh, I feel so bad for him. And I have a Mean Joe Green jersey. I have a Joey Porter jersey. And I have one more, but I can't remember off the top of my head right now. But yeah, so I have a Bettis jersey. That's my other one. So
if we ever live together, I have a feeling there has to be like a closet of just Steelers stuff or
closet, a room.
A room?
A room.
I'm going to have to find a bigger place or something. I don't know.
I have a Steelers American flag. I have a Steelers, just a regular flag. I was wearing the American flag Steelers flag around my neck when I met Franco Harris, who is Hall of Fame running back. I was walking into a game in Pittsburgh, and he was walking from the players' lot into the building, and it was about 10 steps in between where they go, and I happened to be walking next to him, and I took a picture with him, and he said, "I like your cape." So,
you little cape, you got to keep that.
Yeah,
you kept that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. Are the sports bribes working? So, in case you've missed it, he has been bribing me with food to watch the Steelers games with him. And yes, I do believe that they are working. I think I enjoy hanging out with you on Sundays and watching you do something that you love, which is being very involved with the game. And just your whole story of being involved in the Steelers is also really cool too. So I love everything about it so far. I don't know that I'm quite a sports fan, but I do know what's going on the field, and I love saying big third down.
I was going to say, what's your favorite thing to say? Big third down.
Big third down. And then yelling at him like, why'd you do that? There's lots of anxiety, but I do think they are working. Next question. What do you do for work? What industry? He seems very calm.
It's funny because I went to school to be a special education teacher. So in Colorado, I ran a day program for adults with special needs. I moved down to Florida. I ran a coffee shop that employed adults on the autism spectrum. When I moved up here, I unexpectedly got a job. And in a field that I had no experience whatsoever. But it was kind of a new and fun way to learn a new skill. So I'm now the sales manager. I work in the golf car industry, and fun fact, they are golf cars, not golf carts, which Morgan and I have talked about a lot. And so, yeah, I have a lot of fun tricking out golf carts and working with golf courses, and I have a lot of fun with it. And I got to learn sales in an environment where I wasn't pressured to sell. And the company that I work for is awesome, and I love it, and I get to golf a lot, and I'm terrible at golf, but I love getting out there and whacking some balls into the woods. It's one of my favorite things to do. So
yeah, you've been trying to get me to golf ever since we met. It has yet to happen yet. Yeah. Not intentionally, just we haven't had time.
We need to go to Top Golf. I have that gift card. We need to go and
get me to go do some golfing. Yeah. I was pretty good at Top Golf when we did. We went for a charity event, and I was pretty good that time. But we need to go out for an actual date night there. And
heck yeah, you were smoking them that night.
Just at Top Golf. Real golf course? No.
That's okay.
But I'll be really good at driving the golf cars for you.
Yes, exactly. Golf cars.
What has been your favorite date he has planned, and vice versa, if you have planned any, or favorite adventure together?
My favorite date is one that's yet to come.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Is this one of the surprises you have planned and you just haven't told me?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
For my birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So we'll have to do an update episode on your birthday celebrations. That date is going to be so good.
Oh, I think my favorite date so far, it was an unintentional date, but like also an adventure. It was when a combination of Grand Marais, trying to catch the Northern Lights, and then also watching the sunrise.
Yes. That was a wild, 8 hours.
Mm-hmm. It very much was. And I made him get up very early to go try and catch the Northern Lights, but it didn't happen. So after that happened at 1 a.m., 2 hours later, I was waking him up because we wanted to watch the sunrise on the beach in Grand Marais. And we didn't get hardly any sleep. We were also driving that day down to Iowa. So it was just a long day, but I loved everything about that 24 hours.
Our whole road trip was just music and travel and adventure and Remy and pictures and totally different places, going from Chicago to the what were they, the Spanish mines in Iowa. And it was just we were all over the place. That was, if you call that a date,
all of it, the whole road trip.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Have you talked about moving in? Yes, very much so. Lots of conversations about that.
I was ready on March 29th.
Which is the day that we met.
Yeah.
You're just ready to move in with a stranger?
Yeah. Ooh, I like her. I want to move in with her.
Yes, I want to do life. I want to do things with her. Yes, we have very much had this conversation and things are going great. So all signs pointing to yes.
I want to do sleepovers with you.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
I think the animals would also love to have you for sleepovers. Also, side note, if you are hearing purring in the background, it is not Mr. B or I. It is Hazel. She's joined us for now. Does the boyfriend have plans to visit every state as well? Because that's one of my goals.
I went through and I did a little map of states that I had gone to, and you definitely have a lot more checked off. But I think we could. I don't have the super desire to hit all of them, but I definitely want to hit the states that we both haven't been to. And if there's any other things that you just can't live without, we would definitely do that too. So I'll hit as many states as we need to. Let's talk about continents.
He loves to travel and he likes doing adventures, but I have specific goals and checklists and bucket lists, and he's just like, where shall we go? What should we do? It's very much your personality.
We work really well that way.
We do. I like it too. Why did you keep his identity a secret? Well, because I had to protect him. You know, there's crappy people out there on the internet. I also work on a show where we give each other crap for everything all the time. So there's just a lot of it where it was a protectiveness of me, of not wanting to expose him to the not so great parts of my job, which is mean people on the internet and, you know, people judging your life who don't even know you. And I just really felt this protectiveness to take care of our relationship and also just allow us to have a relationship without any outside factors for as long as I possibly could. Until I got to a point where it was all bubbling up inside of me. I was like, I want to talk about this guy and I want to talk about our relationship. Hence why the podcast happened. But I tried really long to withstand that as much as possible, just for the sake of privacy and for, you know, protectiveness.
Thanks, babe.
Mama Bear. When is he proposing?
I was ready on March 29th.
you keep, okay, all right. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Do you both want to get married and have kids? Both want to get married.
Mm-hmm.
we've had lots of conversations about kids, both on the same page about it, where we're like, yes, also no, we could go either way. And a lot of conversations about that, really. But we're pretty much on the same level of there's just a big question mark there.
Yeah, I think in order to have kids, you shouldn't have questions. To be the best parents you can be, and I understand things happen and, life happens, but if you're planning, there shouldn't be a question. I always say it should be a heck yes or a heck no. And right now in our lives, I don't think it is either way. So,
and we both admitted that we've never been in relationships where we felt that we could be comfortable to have the conversation of even having kids, or feeling like we were going to marry someone that was going to be the right partner for that situation. So we're both also just navigating something super new right now. And that's interesting for both of us, I think. So we're trying to understand what that looks like. And I think both of us had kind of put in the back of our minds, like, okay, maybe we won't ever have kids. And then we meet each other and it's like, especially my sister having a baby, I was like, okay, maybe I do. There's just, more questions than answers right now. And that's kind of where that sits. But definitely both of us want to get married.
Yeah.
On a mountaintop somewhere.
Yes, please.
Preferably with mozzarella sticks and cheese. Tell us about his tattoo and why is it important to him?
Well, there's a couple that are important. So I have one on my shoulder. That is, for those of you watching, it says the only disability in life is a bad attitude. And it has the Special Olympics logo made out of puzzle pieces. So again, with my degree in special education and working with the special needs population for as long as I've done it, I've literally done it since I was 12 years old. It's always been a part of me. It's always going to be a part of me. And I ended up getting this tattoo when I was the program director of a pre-vocational program in Denver, and I had all the participants at the program pick out a puzzle piece, and they would say which one is theirs. And it's funny because I know that's Dan's, and I remember that's Matt's, and it's cool to have everyone I've worked with in my tattoo. And then I have another tattoo on my leg. It says Nova. And Nova was my pit bull Dalmatian that I rescued. And she was the most ornery, beautiful, ornery girl that I had ever met. I loved her with all my heart. And she was diagnosed with lymphoma. And so lost her to cancer, and that was one of the hardest things I've ever gone through. But I got the tattoo on my leg, and I say I did that so I can always go on walks with her. And so Nova will always be, Nova was my Remy. And so we get to connect a lot because we both had that special soul dog. And I just didn't get a lot of time with mine, and just loved her to pieces when I could. And she would bark at the clouds and drive me crazy, and I just wish I could yell at her one more time for barking at the clouds. I just, she was my everything, and so I have that tattoo.
And I love when you share stories of her. It's definitely hard knowing you now, and I wish I've said this before to you. I wish I could have met her, and I wish I could have met you with her. Mm-hmm. And it's probably the one thing that I wish I had prior to meeting you. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You would have loved her.
Mm-hmm. I would have.
She was a little sweetie pie.
She was.
She would come hang out when I was the program director at Stepping Stone, working with the people with special needs. She would come, and it's funny because she had so much energy, but she'd get around an individual in a wheelchair and she would just lightly put her paws up and she would rest her chin on their legs. And dogs know. And it was really cool to see that in action because she was wild. And then she'd get around my people and she'd chill out. And it was so fun to watch.
Oh,
so
I love that so much.
Mm-hmm.
What are boundaries you guys have set in your relationship that you feel have truly helped strengthen you guys as a couple? I think something definitely that we've both done is I told him very early on how important my friendships were to me and maintaining a lot of the life that I had before him. And it was very much like blending our two lives together, not, me abandoning everything of who I am and the things that I love. And both of us have really done a great job at that, not only doing that, but supporting each other in doing that. Even though we love to spend all the possible time we can together, we try really hard to maintain a lot of those. And I think that's been really healthy for both of us.
And I think it's a lot easier because I love all of your friends that I've met. And I feel like you feel the same way about my friends that you've met. And so
yeah, some of your friends are now my friends, but that's fine.
Yes, I did lose some friends too. They went to Team Morgan. But then we've kind of blended some of our groups, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Like when we'll see stories and friends are out on boats together and it's like, oh, that's so cool that they like each other's company enough that they go and hang out. So that's really fun. But yes, so keeping friendships and staying true to who you are, definitely something we focused on. I think we've been really great on communication and just in general. I touched on that earlier, but our communication style is just something I could have never dreamed of. And I think that's really important in our relationship. And part of that is being able to communicate your wants and needs and non-negotiables and, stuff like that. And I kind of had the same thing with staying true to myself and who I am. And I know a big thing has been football, and football means a lot more than just football to me. It's family, it's who I am, and it's something that I think has been suppressed in the past. And so being able to really just enjoy something that just brings me joy, nothing else. Like it's just something that makes me happy. And you being open and even though I know you don't love football, but you'll sit there and, you'll have the snacks with me and you'll commentate on the game. And
I also play Renegade for him when the game is not going well.
There you go. Renegade is the Steelers pump up song during the third quarter. And so, yeah, playing Renegade is a big part of Sunday mornings. And it's fun to keep that piece of me. And keeping my friends is important too. Yeah, it's just, I think it's maintaining who we both are while coming together and creating a life together. And that's something we've done really well.
Mm-hmm. And owning both of our past stuff. Neither one of us have shied away from the things that we've gone through and the, things that we feel and the baggage we're carrying with us. We just both kind of owned it and ran headfirst into this, and that's where we are. I think it's very good. Okay, we're going to end on the last one, mostly because the cameras are going to die, so we got to wrap up. So to answer this one quickly, and we're going to do another one. Thanks for making our morgue so happy. What's your advice for being a good partner?
I think we've heard it. It's listen to your partner and care about what they're talking about, care about their wants and needs. Listening does wonders.
Okay. Yeah. And is Morgan the one?
Absolutely 100%. She is the one for me. I am so in love. It is crazy. Oh gosh. I want to shout it from the rooftops.
I love you too.
Love you, baby.
Okay. Bye everybody.
Okay. Bye.